It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw. Fields. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he dumps this off over the middle and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, this one knocked down to the backfield. It's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Fields on first down. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Complete to Jones. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Down right around the 25.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 5. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Second and 3. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble there to make the grab. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out. The back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Slam, okay? Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 21.
They snap it to Fields.
I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Cut.
To the air again, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, check. 21, check Mike 21.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for our Bears. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Throwing again is Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Switch.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Finding room to the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Back now at Soldier Field. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Thomas. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. There's the stiff arm. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Thomas. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second and 2. It completes it once more to Anderson. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Thomas brings it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Oh, yes, this is what the good ones do. He used his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped the switch from passer to runner, and he got a pretty good gain out of it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down and 3. Read option, here's Montgomery. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Thomas. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Got some room at the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bears, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.